Recording started.
Okay. Like uh, today our agenda is to first to delete the data, right? To delete the data corresponding to the customers. Okay. For that, first we need to connect to the Postgres SQL, right? Because we are deleting in the Postgres. To connect to the Postgres, one of the way is by using the Lambda. Okay. I will show you how we can connect to the Postgres by using the Lambda here. Let me open my screen. To connect to the Postgres SQL, we need to have some packages. There are so many packages like PyCopy is one of the package what we are using here. I will show you how we can use that. The main difference between the Glue and the Lambda is in Lambda there is a timeout, like the maximum runtime for Lambda is 15 minutes. But whereas in Glue, we can run the job by setting, like there is a set option like maximum runtime we can set in Glue. But here in Lambda, the maximum runtime is 15 minutes. That you need to keep in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to Lambda. And the another difference between the Glue and Lambda is in Glue we can write PySpark job, and apart from PySpark, Scala Spark. Spark is an just a framework we can write in Scala or Python, but that Spark job we cannot do it in Lambda. Okay.
Okay.
That's another point you need to remember. Here, first of all, here this is my front end of Lambda. Here you need to create a function. Create function. Since I'm writing it from scratch, I am using it like since it is a delete job, right? Yeah, I'm giving a name like
delete provisions.
Delete provision.
Provision.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's
yeah. And runtime is like here I'm using Python. Instead of Python 3.9, I'm using Python 3.7 because I had a package which is supported by Python 3.7 only, which is support Python 3.9. So I am using that. And here these are architecture settings. I'm keep it as it is. And after this, I am using the just creating the function. Okay, the function got created, and here it will give some default code like this. Okay, since I had previously connected to the Postgres SQL for different operations, I can use the same code here. And I will go to the functions, and here I can use this code also. Or okay, just I am using this code. I will explain what this code is about.
Okay.
I am removing the default code. Okay. Mm, this code is about like the loggers what we got, right? Here we are storing these loggers, right? But for these, we connected to the, we got the events. Um, no, all this is not required currently. Only the thing what we required is the connection. Here we are using the PyCopy. This is one of the package which we are going to use. Apart from this response and all these things are not required. I am removing all these things which are not required.
Okay.
Secret managers. And for this, we need to, because we are using one package, right? That package is PyCopy too. And for that package, we need to add that package in the layers. We need to add that layer, add layer. Place layers. We can specify the URL, specific URL. But since I had used the same package, right? I can give that here and here. This I can copy. Controls. Because on this, whatever packages you required, you can first you need to download those packages from the website. Like from the Python website, you will get those packages. And
Okay.
yeah, and you need to download. Since I had already downloaded and loaded in some S3 bucket, I am see here. I have downloaded this thing. Okay.
Right. Right.
I am, yeah, I am using the same thing.
Got it.
After choosing that package, you need to add it. Okay, here it will be say that how many layers are there. I added only one thing.
One layer. Okay.
Yeah, one layer. So it is representing as one. Mm, okay, yeah, here it is like this is for insertion, but our requirement is to delete, right?
Yes.
Karthik, have you sent me those queries, like the deletion queries?
Kept in ETL4 um,
Teams.
in Teams.
Teams ETL.
ETL@4.
Okay,
This one.
okay. First, we will check whether the connection got established or not.
Okay.
Yeah, before the running the query, we will check whether the connection got established or not. So for that, just what we need to do is here there are some things what you need to keep in mind. Those things are, I will let you know. Here for to establish connection, we need to give the things like what's the host of that particular database you want to connect, and the database name and the user and the password. And the password here, I kept it in like different place. That is the secret manager. 1 second. I will to know. Take the code again from here. Control C. Delete. Control. This is the response what I got. Okay. Okay. Here, since the password, if I am keeping here, it is visible to whoever opens the code. It is visible to all the members, right? So I am keeping it in a secret manager, which is again a service, AWS service. From that secret manager, I'm getting the password. Okay. I will let you know like briefly about what is the secret manager and how we can store the passwords there, all those things. Like, or if, yeah, or if you want to show me in brief, I will open here itself. Duplicate tab. Because to store the password, we have two things. One is the two services. One is the parameter store. I will show you the two things. Services. This is one of the service where we can store some of the variables here, parameter stores, and retrieve those variables. And another thing is secret manager. Okay. This is another service where we can store the passwords. Okay. We go here and system manager. This is sorry, I clicked on system manager. Secret manager. Yeah, here all the password where we can use. And here for this, what is the parameter we use here? For the passwords, db pass. Okay, this is the parameter what we used here. And here, where it is, I think in the second page. Okay. Okay. Secret. Secret. Again, is it? I am either here it is.
Once open IM user once again, like open IM user. 1 second. Retrieve secret value below tags.
No, like here we have given the parameter as db pass right here.
Yeah. Okay.
db underscore
Pass. So we need to have this parameter like this naming convention in secret manager as well.
secret name region. No. Here the secret name is IAM user. Okay. The same thing here we need to check. That's what here in the IAM user. If we want to use this code, they will give the code like this. We can copy the things here, like the secret name region and all those things. and code here to get those password. Okay. This is the
Okay.
code which we need to embed there. Okay. Okay. This is the same thing what I used here. And first we will try to run this and check whether the thing got things the data deleted successfully. You need to deploy the things first, and after that, if you want to run, after
Okay.
deploy the things, you need to just type the test here. Can give the event name something like sample event, because it will trigger the job whenever an event occurred. So it's just a test run, right? So I provided a test sample event. Trying to run. Will establish the connection. Here we got an error and calling the parameter. Access denied option.
Get parameter option.
Yeah, here we need to have some roles. I will let you know what are the roles we required. Python, here it is saying an record get parameter. Because here we are, what we are doing means, here we are getting the parameter and trying to connect to the secret manager, right? So first of all, it should have the permissions to access the secret manager. Okay. Here, if you see in the job, I will show you the permissions. What are the permissions it is required? Here, if you go to the configurations,
Okay. Configurations.
if you click on permissions, see here it has a set of permissions.
Change display change display.
AWS Cloud Formation and actions. Here it is all related to the AWS Cloud permissions. Here we have role name like Lambda SQS to S3 role. This is one of the role what we are using. But here have we provided that role? We didn't provide anything. You see, here we didn't provide anything the role. So I'm going to the configuration and creating some roles, because to access other services, we need to have some permissions and roles. So I'm editing this. Description is optional, so I'm leaving that. Existing role. Here I have the role. I'm using the same role, whatever I am using in the TV. This is the role what I am using. We want to have like much more information on this, can discuss it later regarding these roles.
Sure.
And I'm going to the code. I'm trying to run the same thing. Here it is saying error message. Here we copied the same code, right? Here we are not performing any actions here. Here it is based upon the event. It is trying to retrieve some records like JSON loads, but here we don't need to have all those things. So I am putting this in comment because this job is designed like that. If any event happened, we will get that event log, and based upon that event log, we are inserting the data to the required table. But here our task is to delete the data, right? So
Right.
we don't need to require any such type of event. So I comment this and again deploy the code. And again trying to test. Again somewhere the payload is there. I will comment that. Here we see connection got established, data deleted successfully, but we didn't provide any data here. Okay.
Right. Right.
So wherever the payload, I will comment those things. JSON terms payload here, right? I can remove this thing. And later on, we can modify the things according to our requirement. Just for the demo purpose, how it works, I'm showing you. Okay, and anything anywhere payload is there. Control F. It's for payload. Nowhere except this nowhere is there.
Commented.
Okay. Now I am trying to run the query. Cursor dot execute. I can run directly without any inputs here because it's just an delete query. I'm taking the data here. Since I'm taking a sample data, which data I can take just for
Uh,
deletion.
you can use for dev environment
Yeah, this is dev
Dallas.
only. Dallas. This is dev only. Now Dallas means
Tenant ID 3.
tenant ID 3. Could you say any line number?
Go to the top, complete top, right from the top only we need to delete. So take the first one, fifth line.
Okay.
But tenant ID should be 3.
Let's see. I will change the tenant ID. Okay. I am going to the Postgres to check whether this data is there or not. I
Okay,
will changing the tenant ID to 3.
right.
Okay. Tenant ID to 3 and I'm going to database to check whether for this any records are there or not.
We need to go to accounting database.
Accounting schema.
Main.
Main. Accounting double entry, right?
Yes, we're going to double entry.
Tables. Double entry. Script. Site script. think table is not there. It's already deleted.
Account.
Counting double entry.
Yeah. Once run the query. Line name. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just let me try from my end also.
No. A table is there. We'll see. We'll check whether the records are there for that particular tenant ID 3 or not. Plotting this one since it is taking it. See, can you check from the like workspace where if it got connected?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm checking whether we have data in
Yeah, tenant ID 3 or not, because here
in
it's
the
taking more time to get in.
yes. Yes, we have 5,310 records for accounting laboratory table
For
for
tenant
tenant
ID.
ID 3. Yeah, dev
Okay.
environment.
We will wait for 2 more minutes. I will confirm from here as well. Since I ran the big one, right? It is going through some asynchronous operations. I will wait for 2 more minutes.
Sure.
Okay, it is giving some. The problem here is if it has more number of cards, if we stop in the middle, we are getting this asynchronous issue.
Actually, it would be better if you start using this Postgres in the AWS workspace because in the local this is taking a lot of time.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I will do that. Here, since you confirmed me, right? I
Yeah,
am
sure.
just running this query. I'm just again deploying it.
Okay.
Try to test this. And expected error at line number 41.
Delete from main document to tenant ID equal to 3.
I think the cursor should be here.
Okay.
Every time
Sensitive.
if we make the changes, we need to deploy it first. Okay. The another thing is need to keep in mind is Lambda is the serverless one. Okay.
Okay.
Here it is saying undefined table.
Undefined table. Do we need to mention the database as well?
Yeah, if you mention the database as well,
Database, it should be IMR accounting. Yeah, that is a mistake, I guess. IMR accounting. If you see in the top.
Yeah. MR Correct.
Right, correct. AMR accounting.
Let's check here. Now it is trying to run. So same issue. Let's see. The error, if you see the error, if you want to see here, it is saying undefined table. It is, I think it's not able to delete from. Okay, it is trying to. Here,
No,
if you see main accounting entry does not exist. I
yeah,
think
that's
it's
what I'm
okay.
telling. Once go to Lambda function in line number 31 database. The database should be IMR accounting.
Okay. Here database is there, right? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that one
Directly
I'm
you can
telling.
give here, or we can provide here also. Okay, directly I am giving here. Control V.
Double quotes.
Yeah, I got it. Then I am deploying.
Deploy.
Here changes not yet deployed. You will get a message once the changes got deployed.
Okay.
Okay. I'm checking it again whether any chance now it is getting running. Okay, it's getting the same issue. So now this time just using test option. Okay. Here we didn't get any error message. Now can you check in the database see whether it got deleted
Sure.
or not? Here we got a log message like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Empty table now.
Okay.
So the code is
Table is
working
empty.
fine.
Yeah. Now what you need to do means like I have kept only one thing. You need to kept the multiple execute statements, whatever we required. And after that, we need to run this job whenever we need without any manual manual deletion. And if we put it in step function, this lambda job, then if we run that step function, then whole process will get automated. Okay. I will let you know like how we can execute this multiple statements. Now you got it right.
Yeah, I understood. Like at least what is Lambda and all.
Yeah, lambda. And here the multiple statements, delete statements, what we are doing currently, like currently these statements, what we are doing, all these things we can put it here. Okay, in this lambda.
And one more thing, if you see in the code, we have specified the database, uh, and we have specified okay, database is the most important part because we need to go to different various number of databases and delete the data from the table. So rather than hard coding the database in 31 line, can
Yeah,
we?
we can use the step functions. In the step functions, we can pass it as a parameter. Okay.
Okay.
This database and all those things, whatever what we want, we can pass it from there.
Okay, database and this environment like dev or QA, something like that. So these are the
Yeah.
two
All those
things.
things, yeah, whatever we required. I will let you know the further information for your ticket, what we need to do. Okay.
Okay.
You understand, right? Like you
Yeah,
understood, right?
I understood. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can stop the recording once.
Yeah. Okay. Once again.
Back, 1 second. Karthik, do you understand? Do you understood this?
Yes,
What we did? Okay. If you got a little bit also what's lambda and how we can do it automate instead of doing it manually, then it's fine. Oh, no, before I stop the recording, I will brief what we did. Vamsi, let me brief
Yeah, sure.
before stop the record. Here, our task is instead of doing the things manually, going to the database and executing the delete statements, we want to have it like automated way. One way to do this in an automated way is by using the Lambda. Why we choose the Lambda instead of Glue? Because all our jobs are running in Glue, right? Why we choose the Lambda means because for Glue, if it is a PySpark and all those things, if it is a big operations, we can go for the Glue. Glue is a like costly service. So instead of going for Glue, we are going for Lambda. The features of Lambda is a serverless, because serverless means we no need to mention, we no need to bother about the server and all those things. And another disadvantages of the Lambda is its maximum runtime is 15 minutes. If it crosses 15 minutes, then the job will get, we will get a run out or issue like we are getting some issues in Blue, right?
Right.
Runtime error, those things. But there we are getting that error after running 24 hours, 48 hours, like after running so many hours. But here we will get that issue if it ran for 15 minutes only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, here what we did is to establish the connection, we required one package, and for that package we taken the package like from Python. We can get this package, and by using this package we provided the connection details and connected to the database, and we performed the required operation. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks Vamsi and Karthik, you can stop the
Thank
recording.
you,
Yeah.
Devang.
Sure. 1 second.